Thanksgiving in all of its glory, tradition, and sleepless nights around here has come to a pass. So now all we're left with are playoffs and Super Bowls to ponder. I'm Zuri Berry. This is Bob Holmes, high school sports editor for the Boston Globe, and we're with you on the Huddle, our playoffs edition. We've got 16 games on Tuesday for the playoffs, and we're probably not going to get to all of them, but we are going to try to make our way through. And right away, I want to start with Division III matchup with Holliston and Concord-Carlisle. Holliston, 10-1, Concord-Carlisle, 11-0. Bob, what can we expect from this game?
Holliston, a very, very good team, but every year there's one or two teams that really defy the division that they're in. I look at Duxbury and Gloucester last year as being examples, and this year it's Duxbury again, along with Concord-Carlisle. I think you put CC in Division I, they've got a chance to win that Super Bowl. Their running game is going to be, I think, just too much for the Panthers.
The winner of which will face the winner of the Oliver Ames-Pembroke game in the Division III Super Bowl. Now moving on, we want to talk in the Division I matchup with Chelmsford and BC High. A lot of talent on these two teams. BC High getting a ton of the credit, some of it coming from us. Bob, do you think we should start giving Chelmsford more credit?
Yeah, Chelmsford survived the wars of the MVC and are a really, really strong team. The thing to remember is that they got smoked by BC High a couple of months ago. It's been a few games since then, but they still have a lot of work to do, even with BC High being without Preston Cooper.
BC High lineman Justin Roberts, who helps anchor one of the best lines in the state, talked about, after beating Catholic Memorial on Thanksgiving, talked about what it's going to take to beat Chelmsford and the team's confidence.
I think we're championship bound, definitely.
What will it take to be successful in the playoffs?
More hard work and more practice, and we're good. I'm very confident right now.
The winner of the BC High Chelmsford game will face against Needham or New Bedford in the Division I Super Bowl. Moving on from there, we're going to see two real stars in the Division II playoffs with King Philip's Charles Ruffin and Duxbury's Matt O'Keefe. Bob, what do you see here in this matchup?
Ruffin, a very talented running back, the offensive player of the year in the Hockomock League. But Duxbury is out of this world. They're undefeated. I think they have the state's longest win streak right now. They're not going to have any problem in Division II. I would like to say there's suspense there, but there really isn't. The Green Dragons are pretty good.
Oh, there you go. The winner goes on to face Tewksbury or Reading in the Division II Super Bowl. Let's talk about our city team. We got East Boston going up against Blue Hills. This is a Week 1 rematch. East Boston lost to Blue Hills 24-0. It was a pretty bad spanking. But East Boston went on to have a good season, and so did Blue Hills. What can we expect differently now?
Yeah, I love that East Boston bounced back and didn't get down after that loss. But the numbers tell the story. Blue Hills has the best defense in Eastern Mass. Just ask East Boston. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for East Boston to turn that score around.
All right, the winner of that game will play Cathedral or Chelsea, depending upon their outcome in the Division 4A playoffs. And then we have Cardinal Spellman, one of the last few teams on our bus. They're going to take on Shawsheen. What do you see there?
Great story in Shawsheen. They didn't expect to be playing in this game, defending Super Bowl champs last year. But Cardinal Spellman is loaded. They had to come from the very, very competitive Catholic Central Large. I can't imagine that Shawsheen really has a chance to stay with them.
All right, the winner of that game plays Millis, Hopedale, or Mashpee in the Division IV Super Bowl. And moving on from there, we're looking at Everett, the Crimson Tide, rolling into Lynn at Manning Field to take on the Lynn English Bulldogs. And you got to have to think, with this being a home game for Lynn English, that they're still not very comfortable with the #1 team in the state coming to play them.
Yeah, the question here is, I think Lynn English will be able to score on Everett. The question is, can Lynn English's defense contain Jonathan DiBiazzo? Nobody has this year so far, so we'll see.
All right, the winner there will play either Barnstable or Lincoln Sudbury in the Division 1A Super Bowl. Any other tidbits, Bob, that we should be worried about or be looking for on Tuesday?
Well, for the first time, I think we should look beyond 495 and remember that this year, Central Mass's Division I champion and the same in Western Mass will be playing at Gillette Stadium. So I just think we just need to branch out a little bit this year and keep an eye on the rest of the state.
Well, I'm sure you'll be at Gillette, as will I, for those games as well. For all these stories and more, as well as scoring updates on Tuesday for playoff games, go to boston.com/schools. For past episodes of The Huddle, go to boston.com/huddle. And check us out again on Friday. We'll be back with another episode to preview the Super Bowls. For Bob Holmes here, I'm Zuri Berry. We'll catch you next time.